Where'd she go now? Did he go to, like, attack my farm or something? Oh, no, there he is. Got him. Alright, everybody. Hello, and welcome back to another episode on Scrap Mechanic with me, Spacefish. And welcome back to our little farm out in this beautiful, beautiful world. We've in the last episode been working on our home a good bit, and we are certainly very much going to continue on that quest today, as in between episodes I've been farming a good bunch. I've actually drained 2 entire mining deposits, done like 3 or 4 trips over the course of 2 in-game days. Still, we're like miles out from finishing the house, but we do have a good bunch of bricks again that we will use today to continue, well, building away at our beautiful house. We've also got these pineapples going, as you might still remember. We are gathering those in order to sometime soon, hopefully, finally get that fancy minigun. This being another 5, so I think we will still be 2 off, but I did unfortunately not really have much more space in here, because as you can see down here as well, we've got some new burgers. I really needed some space to actually make some food to ensure that we're not going to die. And, you know, honestly, the whole house thing is going to be a very, very long grind anyways, so I think we will not be too pressed for time there in terms of getting those pineapples ready to go. Anyways, that said, let's collect the last burger right here, first things first. And also, there was another 20 bricks for us there to grab, so putting those into our car. But just quickly, before we get going on this very episode properly, if you're new around here and if you do happen to enjoy this episode, please make sure to smash that subscribe button right down below. That will mean the absolute world to me. I'm really trying my hardest right now to make this channel hit 1,000 subscribers, so every single person truly does help a ton, and thank you so much if you did that. That out of the way though, let us go and ooh, hello. Let us go and have a little Ramaroo with a Sabot, or not. Let's try that one again. Oh god, Jesus Christ, where are all these guys coming from now? I don't know. Every time that I'm trying to ram him last second, I'm not hitting. It's great, isn't it? Right, let's try that again, shall we? Whee! Oh, he evaded me! Did you see that? He literally just leapt out of the way. That is unacceptable. Where'd she go now? Did he go to, like, attack my farm or something? Oh, no, there he is. Got him. Right, let's get rid of these guys real quick before they start being too annoying. Well, that was quick. Beautiful. So, that guy being out of the way, let's go and have a little look at our base. Hopefully it's all still fine. I haven't really seen it in quite a while now, admittedly. Rip Toad Bot. But things, you know, look quite chill over here currently. So that's beautiful, that's great, that's awesome. We will go and grab all the bricks that we have, and for the time being start with this. Now, what I of course also had said the last time around was that we were going to maybe look at using some wood to just kind of make some like beautiful hardwood floors and stuff around here. Feels like that's very much still the plan from my end. We'll have to just see generally, I think, how, well, how we want to use them, like where we want to use them, especially. I'm not entirely sure, especially like the more colored industrial areas of the building, right? Like the ones where we set up the production, the ones where we set up our storage. I would probably keep more in a different look. Either this sort of brick look that we have, maybe alternatively some sort of other industrial looking material, but we will find out about that. Now, this staircase I think we will move in any case. Not quite happy with where we put this in the last episode. What I do want to basically ensure is that the staircase ends up finishing somewhere back here, right? So, I mean, we've got like the core structure about here, which will mean that the next sort of room here, separate segmentation will happen about here. And I do maybe want in the end somewhat a door right around this spot, which I think, how do we make this 5 wide? Let's maybe go double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that door should also be 5 wide. Somewhat a bit more over here. So let's just say for the time being that around something like this is going to be our door. The width of the staircase, I think I am quite happy with. So we had gone for 7 blocks here. I think we can have it very nicely at the edge of the wall. But what this means is that we will have a wall right here. So the staircase can really only come up behind this spot. So no matter where we actually end up placing the door, what we need to keep somewhat in mind, maybe removing a few of these blocks for the time being, is this is about where the staircase should come up. So we'll go around here, kind of, you know, defining this. Also, another important point actually being that the floors, we said we were gonna do like this, right? So, I mean, this we kind of determined to be our ceiling height based on the height that we do somewhat need for our production setup, and just in general giving us some space. And then we will also have like a floor on top, so we will make this too thick, which admittedly in the end, I mean, that's going to be quite troublesome in terms of actual materials used, but that here is where the stairs will actually have to come up. So let's kind of sort of plan that out. The question is how to best go about this. Because I want, in the end, to ensure that we're not banging our head into the ceiling here, but that we also have some space remaining around here. Like, something around this would kind of be fine for me for stairs, I think. That way we still have, like, half a room here and, like, a bit of a room here, and then we can kind of have the full room going out the back here without really, like, putting too much of a hole into the middle of the floor here, if that makes sense. So I'm tempted to just kind of try things like this and see, well, just how well that works. We're not going to fully sculpt out this staircase, you know, just going to use a little bit of materials to see how that works. I think it works quite well in my mind. Maybe, I mean, it's like, okay, we're not banging our head into anything here, finishing that staircase off. I'm also not quite sure, though, if at the end of the day this is like enough space, given how much headspace I'm giving myself about anywhere else in the way that we've set up the rooms, to be honest. Let's go and bring this a bit further down, just so we can somewhat maybe see a bit better. It's always a curious balance, I guess, the first time you set up stairs, because at the end of the day, I don't want to bang my head into the wall, but I also really don't want to take up, like, so much space up here that it's like a squeeze to get past in the end, right? I think it's fine, honest. Is it fine, though? Is it really fine? It seems a bit tight to me, to be honest. Let's scheme this out a bit. So here, this will be where we have some sort of wall, right? I mean, that's the floor, but like we've got some sort of wall right here. So, I mean, currently, this would be where the stairs actually end, given the floor height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is like a doorway width. 6, 7. I think if we have like 6 remaining, right? So 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah? 3, 4, 5, 6. Just double triple checking, you know. This would be like the hallway that we're working with. I mean, even this here would already... Let's do it like this. This will already allow us to move things over by 2 blocks in the end, which, you know, I think will create sufficient amounts of space while also hopefully ensuring that we don't just make things too tight in terms of the stairs, you know, also leaving ourselves enough space up here. I think that'll somewhat strike the balance. So yeah. We'll do it like that. Sorry for all the complicated stairs work, I guess. But at the very end of the day, I just kind of want to get this concept right from the first try on, if that makes sense, and not redo things about 15 bajillion times. So This here will be where the stairs end off. I need to actually increase the hole in the floor then, or the size of the hole in the floor. If this is where the stairs end off, that will already be good to go, right? I mean, technically it is. Practically, we're going to remove this for a quick second so we can actually sculpt out the layer below that we attach the next set of stairs to. And then we'll go all... Nope, that was the wrong thing to do. And then we'll go all the way down with this, with the entire width now, and that's going to be our staircase. So, it took a bit of defining work, honestly, but that should now be good to go, I hope. I do have to say that the stairs in general are probably ending up a bit further back than what I would have liked. Because I did have this little bit of an imagination of actually allowing a view into the atrium from the stairs that are leading upwards. So we'll have to see if that still works. I'm kind of a bit doubtful. Let's finish this from below. We'll see. Maybe unlike the first elements or something, this will be a possibility. Could actually bring that through properly all the way. And then we go and draw this one out like that. That'll make sense to close off right there. Do we already use up? Oh my god. I'm just building one set of stairs here and we've already used up the work of like an hour of my day. I am really not too happy about that, not gonna lie. Okay, and then I mean the final floor level is going to be here, just gonna already indicate that to ourselves. And that's gonna be the stairs. So, I guess we would have a bit of an option of allowing a view into the atrium right here. Maybe not as much where the stairs start, but maybe a little more then for the actual entrance hall in itself. So, you know, that could work in my mind. We'll have to see for the set of doors here. Maybe we'll make these doors and the ones at the back a bit wider and keep these a bit tighter as is. Because, I mean, I did plan to make the doors a bit wider in the entrance here. That part, though, we will see about when we get to it. For the time being, maybe we can actually already lay out a bit of hardwood details. I'm kind of thinking currently how we would want the setup to be. At the very end of the day, it's a good question, honestly. So let's maybe think about what we put where, right? So this, I think we already more or less said is... Did I already more or less say it? I think I already more or less said it, that this was going to be like an open space. Basically, there's not going to be anything here in this specific area. And then over there, we've got a room mirrored, same to like what we have got going on right here. The question is, in terms of what is going to be where, I would like my living quarters, if you can call it that, to be up in the second or maybe the third floor even. I think we should have like a nice little balcony that we can go and chill on and relax and enjoy the view from. So that'll be somewhere at the back here, this floor or the next one up. And apart from that, like the main question is going to be, I think we're going to have one storage plus production area. So in my mind, that would be one of the bigger areas at the back here. I think in the first floor, I would want like some sort of like kitchen plus food room plus like little path out to outside here where there's like a little chilling area or something in what I guess is our garden at the very end of the day. So in my mind, the back here should be what we make our like productive area at the end of the day. So the question would be how we intend on using these rooms that we are making right here. That part, I have to say I'm not quite clear on just yet. So let's maybe think about that a bit. But what that means is that I think we can start laying out maybe some hardwood floors downstairs. Especially, we could probably also reclaim a bunch of these bricks. I think that's going to be the plan. What also has to be the plan, though, is to actually defend our farm from bots. because we do once more not have a timer on this stuff, because, you know, I kind of left the game while the pineapples were still growing and the timer was still on, and then the timer always disappears. It's unfortunately still a thing that's, well, it's a long-standing topic. It's not really been changed by the devs much at all. Pineapples are good to go, so, I mean, you know, that's a great and beautiful start. Let's actually turn that around just in case we don't accidentally end up ejecting something. So the pineapples are done, but there is going to be a second wave on this. And that second wave is going to happen in like 3 hours and 30 minutes. So we do have to remember it. I have the feeling that I'm saying it now and I will forget, but we will see, I guess. We will see. So let's go and grab some of this wood. I think we can start using that for some hardwood floors. What that also allows me to do is to finally use this like stack of wood that we still had standing around here that I hadn't processed just due to the enormous need for space through farming all this wood. So that can finally get processed by our refinery, which is beautiful. And we get to reuse some of that wood. Maybe also color it in the future. I'm not... How did that work? Like this? We'll see. Maybe we find some nice and interesting color for the wood. We can experiment with that when we get there, I guess. Let's double check that there's no... Okay, cool. So, the thing is, we're at 21:23. I'm honestly a bit wary of missing the wave. So, what we're going to do is we're going to place a quick cut. I'm going to keep this book open for myself, and once we get to like 20 minutes or something till the wave starts, I'm going to get back with you, and we will hopefully go and murder some bots. Alright, back we are. As you can see, we're nearly good to go on the raid. As you can also see, we're down to 14 potatoes now, making all those burgers and defending against all those raids. I'm certainly going to go plant some more potatoes when we actually get to it to refill our charges. But there comes the raid already. Wow. Quite fine in my book, to be honest. We're just going to take care of these little guys on our own. Hopefully it should overall be quite fine. One more. Potato. Okay. I think we can live with that. I think that is really quite fine indeed. Now I'm going to go check back on my vehicles, because I already had another incident of a tote bot spawning behind us and whacking away at my vehicle. I really needed to go and move them away a bit further. So, you know, you can see the result. Nothing too tragic, but at the end of the day, it's not like we have much of any scrapstone remaining currently. Cool. That is then the raid out of the way, and, you know, a farm successfully defended. And we've not actually forgotten about it, so absolutely beautiful. I think that's the way to go for the future, just to ensure that we don't forget about all the things. But let's go get ourselves over here, then. And let's go and, murder this little toad bot. Hello! Oh, wow! I guess that was one of the guys that I had rammed before. Understandable that he was slightly pissed at us for that one. But okay, so let us go around here and let's actually go and consider what ways we want to go with the wooden floors. I'm not entirely sure what material I want to have the entrance hall in, because after all, I mean, the stairs are kind of like bricky too. And, you know, we're very limited at the end of the day, you have to admit, in terms of material choices in Scrap Mechanic currently. So we'll see. Maybe the design work at the end of the day has to involve me just kind of going out and painting things, like, for example, maybe painting bricks white or something in order to make sure that, well, we don't have any paint currently with us, but just to kind of maybe try and make them look a bit like marble. I don't know. We'll have to see. I think for the time being, we'll go and lay out these hardwood floors and these rooms surrounding this spot, because, you know, that makes a lot of sense to me already. That is, oh, whoopsies. That is if we were to pick the right material. I'm going to leave it open for the time being where the pillars actually sit. Maybe we have like a little bit of a brick line there as, you know, the kind of the cut over section between rooms, however you call that in reality in building life. But, you know, there's I think you guys get it, right? Like that the cutover, for example, between rooms is often not the same material as the floor in it for itself at the very end of the day. There's usually like some retainers, well, retaining mechanisms, I guess, for the hardwood floors. They don't like directly get squeezed between like tiles and or next to tiles or something. I guess it was damaged the floor. I'm not quite sure. I'm not a builder, so I'm not quite sure about the mechanics behind that. If any of you is and wants to explain it down below in the comments, you know, always great to gain more knowledge every day. But you know, that's I think the plan for the design for the time being. We'll just go and pull things out like this. Honestly, very quickly, because we're gonna run through this hardwood like no tomorrow. But I think it looks quite good. I'm honestly quite happy with how it looks. Would love if you could get it like a non-etched look, but I guess at the end of the day there has to be some texture to this to actually make it look somewhat good also in the game. And yeah, I think it's honestly quite a good opportunity in general in terms of us finally using some of that wood that we didn't know what to do with anyways, and you know, freeing up a little bit of a crafting, a little bit of a resource collector on top of that. And also, you know, we don't need quite as many bricks at the very end of the day, I would hope, for finishing off this house. And that's already that. Jesus Christ. This was 1,000 blocks of wood. I mean, honestly, that's just insane. That is just absolutely insane. What I think I can already say is that we're going to remove these cornerstones at the end here, because the way that I do imagine these rooms to be is that the long room at the end is the one at the back here. We've got like two small rooms off to the side. This, as I said, will be like a bit of a kitchen slash eating area, maybe only eating, and we have like a little kind of TV area. You know, it always depends on the end. In the end, what we can design here with the limited choice of blocks that we have, but maybe we can think of something cool, and you know, then we can make one of these like a kitchen area. I don't know. And the idea then being that we have like some sort of path out to the back here, maybe like a little fenced off area that is our garden and like a little chilling area, and you know, then we have the beautiful beach that we can look upon, and you know, nice open windows, stuff like that. So that's the overall general idea. So that's why I'm already removing these things right here, because this will in the end not be a brick floor, it will be a wood floor, and makes the most sense to me. So we're going to go pull this through instead, because that kind of already tells us where the room is going to end and start, basically. And that is the plan right there. Now, in terms of, like, the staircase, I've honestly not quite decided yet. I think it's fine to leave it floating as is. You know, we could also think of some sort of pillars. We could kind of just fill it in and make it solid, which I think wouldn't look all too great at the end of the day. I do very much like this floating design in general. I think it's fine. I mean, the fact that you can just fall through right here would probably never ever pass in terms of like building safety, but it's not what we're here for after all, is it? Well, we'll see about this little part right here, and then, you know, got to build some windows and all that good stuff. That said, this is now somewhat laid out, I would say. What is not quite clear for me yet is in terms of like the entrance hall, if it extends all the way out to here, or if we already have to cut over to the rooms right here. That we will kind of find out when we get there, I think. It's not going to be an urgent topic on the list anyways. What I do want to start, though, is maybe quickly laying out where the other staircase is going to start. I mean, at the end of the day, this is all built quite symmetrically, so it shouldn't be the hardest task in the world. Like this, right? Yeah. Shouldn't be the hardest task in the world to already just kind of start mirroring that, so, you know, just to kind of give ourselves a bit of a general impression of where the staircase is going to be and everything. I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to need more than these few bricks to do it, but you get the point. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it was 7, right? 7? Let's see. No, wait, what? Did we actually make it wider than 7? I thought it was 7. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, right? Yes, beautiful. Cool, so that's going to be what our staircase is going to be when we actually go and get some more bricks then. Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I mean, I think you can all kind of see and have a grasp now of what sort of mega project this is going to be. It's kind of just at the end a factor of the block sizes and just of the insane amounts of scrap stone we're going to need. I'm going to continue farming in between episodes, honestly. I'm going to spend another 1 or 2 hours of my life just collecting scrap stone and metal. No clue, by the way, what we're going to do with all the metal. If you have any suggestions, please let me know, because we've got tons at this point. But yeah, going to keep grinding, going to keep getting ourselves those bricks, and we're going to continue laying this out. We're going to build the next stairs. Next episode, most definitely, we're going to go and chunk more hardwood into these floors. Maybe start kind of scheming out some of the entrance paths, doorways, and like windows and stuff for the ground floors. And we'll kind of also continue scheming for like the rooms upstairs and what all we're going to do with them. And well, you know, kind of just throw as many bricks as at the issue as we can. But well, that's all warrants some more grinding for today. We're out of materials, so I'm going to end this episode off right here. I hope you're all enjoying this building session with me. If you are, please make sure to smash that like button right down below for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. But with all that out of the way then, as usual everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.